Now we're moving into how to install the conventional fire alarm system. So we start with the smoke detectors. So here is the base of a smoke detector. So now we've taken it from the cover, we've taken off the cover, and then this is the base. So inside on the base of the smoke detector, you see terminals where you have to connect cables to. So this is where you connect your cable to. So the negative goes to the negative part, and then the positive also goes to the positive part. The negative to the negative, and then the positive to the positive. I know that you have a question in your heart asking, okay, with all these numbers, how do we know which one is positive or negative? It is usually written in the carton, and then it is also usually indicated on the base. If it is not indicated on the base, you will see it in the carton of the smoke detector. That's the manual that comes with the smoke detector. So this is how you have two of them connected together. So you have two smokes, connecting from one to another smoke, and then from one is receiving source and then sending to another. Do not worry, we'll deal more with that. So this is how it looks on the inside. So this is how it truly looks. This is how you're connecting your cable. You're screwing it in here that way, and that way we're able to get what we really want to get. So moving to the next one, let's move to the sounders. So sounders come in different sizes or different shapes. This is a sounder. This is a bell, sorry, this is a bell. So as you can see, there is negative over here, there is positive over here. So it is very, very easy to identify. You have the positive and then you have the negative. So this is for some other sounders, you can see that there's a wire coming out of it. For some others. So it is easy for you to know. You can see the red for positive and then the black for negative. So now you're going to look how you're going to connect. The positive goes to the positive, and then the negative goes straight to the negative part of the sounder. And then this is how you connect two of them together. The positive from one, and then the same positive line, the same negative line, the same negative line for the both of them. So that brings me to a quick close of how the sounders are connected. Then the next one, the call points. So the call points, this is how the base of the call points usually is. This is how the base usually is, and then this is a more elaborate image of it. So with the polarity indication, that's the positive and negative. Over here it is usually written over here and over here, but you're not able to see it because of the picture, but this is how it is. So you can see the negative, the first one, the negative, and then the second one, the positive, and then you have another negative. So this is in, as you can see it. So cables come in, positive comes in, negative comes in here, and then the positive comes in here, and then sorry, I made a mistake. They are both negative. These two are negative, and these two are positive. However, it depends on what is written on here. So for some, I know that this is usually positive, and this is usually, this is negative, and then the next to it is usually positive. But follow whatever is written in the manual that you have. Whatever is written in the manual that you have. So this is the source, for instance. We get from the positive coming here. This is positive coming here, and then positive going out to the next positive to feed this call point. So this is how it is. The source coming from here, the positive from over here coming into this call point, and then taking it from this call point to feed the next call point. And then the same thing with the negative, one coming to the first negative and then sending out here to this negative. So this is how it is usually connected. That is how it is usually connected. And then now we move on to zones. we move on to zones. So I talked about zoning initially when I was talking about the panel. So this is a two-story building. This is a two-story building for a ground floor, first floor, and second floor. So what we usually do, or how you zone a building, is so you give all the floors, you call one floor a zone, the next floor another zone, and then the last floor another zone. So this is going to be our zone 1, this is going to be our zone 2, and this is going to be our zone 3. So in this case, you are going to need a 4-zone panel. You're going to need a 4-zone panel: zone 1, zone 2, zone 2, and zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4. So zone 1 comes here, zone 2 is this place, and then this one is going to be your zone 3. This is as easy as it gets. You split it, so the last zone is going to be empty because you're not going to you don't have any place to put your zone 4, so you're just going to leave the zone 4 out. And then now moving on to the panel. So there are different types of panels, like I said. So this is the inside of a panel. So we're going to look at the critical parts of the inside of this panel. This part is the part that takes in alternating current coming from power source. That's for some countries it is usually 240, for some maybe 220 to 240. For some countries it is usually 110. So this is where the neutral, the live, and the earth goes to. Neutral, live, and earth as indicated here. So the next one is these compartments. This compartment that you see here, you can see that is where the battery is, and you can see this is a 2.3 amps battery, 12 volts 2.3 amps battery. So, and this size cannot take a 7 amps battery. So this is an example of knowing the kind of battery that you need to use. And then the last part is this region over here. So you're going to see this is where you have your zones. This is where you have your zones. So let's take a closer zoom into it. So you can see here S2, S2, and then you can see Z over here, Z, you can see Z3. So this is Z1 positive, Z1 negative, S1 positive, S1 negative. So Z1 means zone 1 positive, zone 1 negative, sounder 1 positive, sounder 1 negative, zone 2 positive, zone 2 negative, sounder 2 positive and negative. So this is where you connect your zones to. So as I was saying while we were talking about zones, by splitting the building, so all the smoke detectors on that ground floor will come to zone 1. So we'll see how that is being connected. We'll see how that is being connected when we're connecting. But please take note of this image. So all panels have this inside. So when you open any panel, irrespective of the brand of the panel, these are the things that you must look out for: zones and then the sounders. Because for conventional, it is usually zone separate and then sounders separate. So these are the things that you need to look out for. Those are the things that you need to look out for.